Let's bring Martin Lenz, because we are talking about job boards. So let's keep the theme about the job board.
Mein Gott, ich muss jetzt Deutsch sprechen. that was German, you know. I expect now the chat to explode in German, being happy about hearing their own language.
Thanks for having me. How are you?
Great to have you, Martin. Thank you for joining us.
Hi from Vienna in Austria.
Very nice hoodie. I don't have one of these. Where's my delivery?
They're brand new. We're gonna have more of them. They're very comfortable, and we promoted them to our Christmas parties. So next time you need to join our Christmas party.
Yeah, the live feed from the Jobiqo Christmas party. That's a great conference idea.
Exactly.
Right. For the two people that don't know who you are, give us like the 1 minute elevator pitch of Martin from Vienna and Jobiqo.
Absolutely. Yeah. So my name is Martin Lenz. I'm the CEO of Jobiqo. I'm with Jobiqo now for 9 years. I'm in the IT space for more than 20 years already. I used to be a developer back then, went to management consulting and moved more to the business side. So I joined Jobiqo 9 years ago, and we grew it to an international tech leader in job board software. So we launched and serviced more than 400 job boards since incorporation, and that's already 15 years that we are in business. We basically call our solution a complete job board software solution, because we have two main products. We have a programmatic advertising engine that basically helps job boards to drive traffic, drive conversions, and compete with the big ones. We have our core product, which is a very flexible job board software, which we are proud of, is also very good in certain aspects of SEO, but also in terms of monetization options. And we also have a search and match product. Some of our customers use it just via an API. So we do a high volume search and match as well for certain bigger platforms. That's probably a product that not everybody is aware of, but because of where the market is going, we believe that this complete perspective of how you run a job board is becoming more and more important, because it gets to an end-to-end solution.
And you're the only platform on the market that does it, which is amazing. So I'm a huge fan of Jobiqo, and I can't wait to launch my job boards on Jobiqo early next year.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely.
All right, wonderful. What do you have for us?
Yeah, what I have you? I had a lot of predictions, but Oris, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, so I actually had 3.5 predictions. So I'm not sure if I get enough time to go through all of them. So I try to be quick. But one of the things, and you said that's predictions for 2026. So it's not like the future for like forever, but it's 2026. And the overall concept that we're looking at the moment now is that job boards will refocus again more about the outcomes that they actually deliver. So there is a concept, it's called the marketing myopia. We are talking about that in our new report. It's called Job Board Revolution, which is coming out end of the year. So you can sign up for that. And it basically says that businesses tend after a while to focus too much on the products that they're selling. And instead of like understanding the outcomes that they are solving for the customer. And in the case of the job board, the product is usually a job ad, right? So it's a simple job ad. But the hiring outcome is you want to find the right people for the employer, and you want to help candidates to find the right company and the right job. So you need to understand again how you can solve this outcome, and the business model will follow. The good news for job boards is the platforms per se will stay, because we just listened to Rado, and SEO keeps being a very important factor for job boards. And you can only run good SEO if you have a strong platform. So having a platform with your users on is good. But the first prediction that I would like to make is that I think that I call it performance monetization will become the new standard for job boards in 2026. So what does performance monetization mean? It means that you're not paid just by the job posting, and you're also not paid just by the click that you generate. You're really paid by the hiring outcome, and that could be a qualified candidate or a qualified lead or a qualified interview, for example. Maybe it even goes to higher, but we basically believe it's more and more important that you provide good quality candidates, and the job boards may build their business models around providing these quality candidates. that's especially at the moment when there's a change in the market. So the economy is not doing well. There's less job postings out there. There's more people searching. So there's a natural bigger volume of people searching for jobs. That means that quality becomes a bigger measure for success, because you don't want to create more effort for employers to filter out all these candidates that are not relevant. And I think that job boards can do a better filtering, a better matching when it comes to that. So that's basically my first prediction, that this will be the new standard. My second prediction is to get there, you need to rethink your channel mix as a job board. And I would call it that a multi-channel and social media automation will become more important for job boards in 2026. And we will see more and more sites going into social media to drive traffic and performance to their job boards. That has two reasons. One reason is that there is a new generation taking a growing part of the market, the so-called Gen Z, that has a total different user behavior and a user expectation, right? So they are very mobile focused. They are mostly on social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, but they're also on Google, interestingly. So it's a question about how you attract this generation of users. So at Jobiqo, we created a so-called social media automation using AI, where you can very simply create social media ads out of a job ad. So it's not a burden anymore to go into social, and we help you to get the right candidates to your site, and you can also build new products around it, for example. The second reason for that shift to social media is that because there's so many people actively searching and the quality is maybe not enough, you may still need to access a bigger audience, and that's the so-called passive audience. So you need to get people into the job board, even that they're currently not actively searching. And if you go to job aggregators, if you go to Google, for example, you're basically getting active searching people, which convert really well to your job ads, but you will need more of this passive audience in the future. And in combination, what I said in the beginning, that you drive more of the quality at the end of the funnel, like this end-to-end funnel perspective of a job board, you will create a much bigger value for your customers. So that's my second prediction, and we are really happy to see that with our product Jobiqo Air, which is automated intelligent reach, a growing part of the budget that we spend is going into social media. So that's definitely not just like a thing on paper, it's really happening. The third prediction, and I said I have 3.5 predictions. The third prediction that I have is that I believe there will be more solutions around skill-based matching and skill-based search. That means that more and more people may not know in the beginning what job titles they're looking for, and you may have more solutions that offer you the help to recommend jobs based on your skills, or to help you explore your skills and find the right jobs based on your skills. One of the sectors that is interestingly very much looking into that is defense, because there is a lot of job titles and roles that don't exist yet that much in the market. So they want to actually attract passive job seekers, want to know their skills, and want to attract them to certain new roles. This is also where the AI comes in a lot. It helps you to extract the right skills from the demand side, but also helps you to identify the right skills on the supply side from the candidates. And that leads me to my and a half prediction or comment. I personally don't think that AI will disrupt this. So everything, basically what I said is including AI up to some point. And I get a lot of questions like, will AI completely disrupt the job board space? And our approach to this is that we think that it will just expose the legacy platforms, because now everybody gets access to and we will talk about AI later in this session even more, but everyone now has access to the best models. Like whatever you did until 2023 doesn't matter, because you have access to the best AI models, and the price is falling. It's very easy to integrate. There's a big competition about that. So the differentiator is not having a better model, it's how easy you can integrate these models. If you have closed data, so if you have a platform running for 10 years, you're probably in a better place than if you just start from scratch. When you have a good brand and if you have a network, you will definitely be on the winner's side. because you can leverage what you get with the AI. So that's my 3.5 predictions for 2026. Happy to get your critical questions about that, Alex Oros.
Alex, go ahead.
Wow. I totally agree. I absolutely see the logic. It was a very well articulated prediction that you did predictions. The only question is, do you then expect that the job boards will host the applications and process them internally, or are they going to turn to ATS integrations? Because as we know, this is a very painful process right now.
So your question was if the job boards are hosting the applications?
Yeah, and then processing them internally, and then
okay. So I think it's a very good question. So if you look at the phases of what, or like at the stages that a job board is delivering on a recruiting funnel, I think naturally it ends at the point of application. So I don't think that job boards will, at least not in 2026, will become the replacement of an ATS. I think the ATS market is way too mature. We all know the weaknesses of the ATS market, but usually a customer will have an ATS in place and they want the convenience. So you're talking to recruiters, they don't know how to get you the API key. We are building on middleware solutions like Combo that they are in the market. So ATS integration is given in the future, so it will be critical, but it's not that easy as it seems. So we also investigate AI solutions on that. So the better you can actually track the performance that you generate. So this integration to the customer, and that you can track that the application was coming from you, the better. But we are also talking in our job board revolution report about that up to some point it will become the responsibility of the job board not just to drive volume, but to be clear about the quality that you deliver. And we believe there are measures and features to do that. So that's basically the answer. So I don't think that it will change the way you host it, but there will be a bigger sophistication about how you ensure that you don't just send bots to your customer. So, and actually the CTA, the call to action down there, Job Board Revolution report, you can sign up to get an early preview that we will launch in the next couple of days, and it will be published in 2026. Other questions? Where do you disagree?
Horace, what do you think?
I think in terms of the investment for AI, now I completely agree with you. It's the best way right now to use AI. It kind of has to be hidden, improving the workflow without knowing that there's an AI. This is just like improve the performance. Honestly, I think there are so many ways job boards can do that, like optimizing the jobs, optimizing the category page, optimizing the email alerts. There are so many things that AI can be quite useful without being on the face of the job seeker. I think the challenge for the social media, now I agree with you that this is probably really good channel to start with, because of the aggregation right now, like the same candidate will be redirected from 3 to 4 job boards, and it's kind of the same pool. And you're helping job boards to expand that pool to get something quite unique. So I'm sure probably the conversion rate will be a bit better. And I think probably my question is, how do you ensure that the social media integration or that channel would be utilized in an attractive way to the job seeker?
Yes. So one of the features that we're rolling out is called Social Apply, which actually gives job boards the ability to integrate the data captured from native social media lead forms into the job board. So you get the user into the job board experience and you re-engage the user on a later stage or like immediately, however you want, but you don't disrupt the user experience. So people like to stay on the platform that they are. And you know, it's very easy to attract people via and engage people via social media. But imagine you are on the bus and you're scrolling your feed and then you see an interesting job ad. You probably will not start an application. So you need to offer ways to interact, to leave your trace, and depending on the market, it's different, right? So in Germany, people will probably not leave their telephone number, but in the US, they will. So you have different re-engagement strategies per market, but you need to make the experience more convenient. And we are currently now looking at native integrations of lead forms, for example, and we expect a much better conversion rate.
Brilliant. That's actually much better than what I expected.
Awesome. Great. Thank you, Martin. Thank you very much. Amazing stuff. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining, Martin.